Hello, Judge.
Good morning. Shannon put us on the record.
Okay.
This is a matter of Nevaeh Olivier. And I have a Dale Dang. Does that name sound familiar?
Nope.
It doesn't sound familiar with the other file I have up this morning either. So I'm not going to worry about it then. Okay, so we're here for a petition to appoint Ms. Wilson as a guardian for Nevaeh. Ms. Beitelschieß, I have reviewed, I'm sorry, Shannon. Sabrina Beitelschieß is here on behalf of the department, and the proposed guardian, Tana Wilson, is also present.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Ms. Beitelschieß, I have reviewed your report. Department's position that is Ms. Wilson is indeed appropriate to be a guardian of Nevaeh, and the department is recommending that she be appointed.
That's correct.
Okay, and Ms. Wilson, you are Nevaeh's grandmother, correct?
Yes.
And how long has she been with you?
2 years.
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She has a little bit of issues with her mom, of course. Not communicating with her, but other than that, she's doing pretty good. We've got her set up for some counseling. Hopefully that's going to help with the issues with mom.
All right, well, I am satisfied based upon the recommendation of the department that your appointment as Nevaeh's guardian is indeed in her best interests, and I'm going to approve that this morning.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. We will get you some paperwork just as soon as we can process it. Did you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're all set then. Have a good day.
Judge, the only question I have real quick is, are we at this point where we can go ahead and release her from jurisdiction?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, we will take
Well, it's
care of
been nice
that.
dealing with you, Sabrina.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Shannon, will you do that order in the neglect file? Please.
That doesn't even sound familiar to me.
Nevaeh Olivier. We just did it recently. 2 children are out of state. This one has been with grandma for 2 years. We have it. We just had a hearing on it a couple of weeks.
It looks like Oliver, Olivier.
So what do you want me to do? Just close the neglect file?
Yeah, as to Nevaeh. Because there's 3 siblings on that file.
That one just doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, thank you. We'll take care of that, Sabrina. Have a good day.
You too.
Have a good day, Ms. Wilson.
Thank you. You too, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, I guess we did. Doesn't sound familiar. Well, then it's closed out because the other kids are closed out.
I couldn't remember if we'd closed them or not.
We closed the other 2, so then
Okay.
and hers are closed.
I knew we were about to.
See, I don't remember all our cases either.
It's pretty rare that I remember it. but it was a little unique. It had a little twist in it. Mom took the other two kids and fled the state right about the time the petition was filed. But it was an in-home case, so it wasn't like they were avoiding removal. They were just, I think, in need of some family support was what was going on in that one. So, Julie, does this kind of an order automatically go to the friend of the court? Can you make sure they get it? Because they're going to have to determine child support. Well, whoever that was, he disappeared. Okay, this is a matter of the estate of Norma J. Kelly and the Norma J. Kelly Revocable Trust. Mr. Rick and Mr. McCord are both present. This was sent for a status conference. I see that your efforts to facilitate a resolution were unsuccessful. Did you at least get close?
Well, Your Honor, we did have a mediation before Bob Best, and one of my clients was present. The other one's in Florida, so she was available by phone. Mr. Kelly did not appear, and apparently didn't tell his client, or didn't tell his attorney before the hearing that he was not going to appear. So we tracked him down, and he said he was sick. You know, my clients incurred the expense of that proceeding, my fees and the mediator's fees. We had some efforts to reschedule a mediation. I had attempted to reach out to Mr. McCord to ask for some response to what the mediator suggested we do. And there's been no response whatsoever from Mr. Kelly. So I don't know what his position on this is. We've tried. You know, we had a mediation hearing. I've emailed Mr. McCord 3 times with a request for a proposal from Mr. Kelly in response to the mediation, and nothing has been forthcoming. So my clients don't want to waste more time on this. I mean, if the court orders us back to mediation, we'll go, but we're just not confident based on the experience that it's going to be productive at all. I'm interested to hear from Mr. McCord.
Before we go any farther, I have someone in the waiting room, a name I do not recognize, Dale Adang, A-D-A-N-G.
Yes, that is Amy Kennedy. That's her husband. So she's probably. calling in on that.
All right, I'll let her in. He just let somebody into the courtroom under the name Dale Adang. What is your name, please?
My name is Dale Adang, and I'm the fiance of Amy Kennedy.
And is she present?
She is not. She has a conflict with a corporate meeting at work. That's why she asked me to just sit and listen.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Mr. McCord.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Rick is correct. We did go over to Mr. Best's office to do some mediation. My client did not appear. Apparently, he had been in the hospital on and off in the 2 or 3 weeks preceding that, didn't get my email and letter about the mediation. We did track him down that day. We talked. He has some pretty serious underlying health issues to begin with. Did get to spend a little time with Mr. Best, kind of going over some things. He made a proposal kind of where he thought maybe we could land this plane. I did talk with my client about it that day. We have talked a couple of times since then. We actually did meet twice last week. I did put in a call to Mr. Rick, but it was late in the week, probably Wednesday-ish. I didn't hear back. I think my client would strongly consider the position where Mr. Best left us. But based on my conversations with Steve, and I don't want to speak for Steve or his clients, I don't think they're in that spot. So I'm not sure. I think my client's very close to be willing to accept what Mr. Best indicated, but if Mr. Rick's clients aren't there, then I'm not sure any more mediation's beneficial. Maybe mediation would help. I don't know. But Mr. Rick and I haven't had a chance to talk, so.
Well, and I don't have an indication that I received a call, and I'm not saying I didn't, but I'm not aware that I can call. So certainly we're open to talking. You know, my clients, well, just to bring the court up to speed, you know, I did send a proposal out shortly after the court's opinion in which I suggested that none of the funds available would be distributed to Tony Kelly, and that Mr. Kelly would need to distribute some funds from his own money to make up for amounts that he had, as found by the court, taken from the estate before death. And so we had a number that we presented as to what Mr. Kelly should be contributing. That, as I understand it, was the number that the mediator suggested we start at and see what Mr. Kelly might be willing to do. I've heard no number whatsoever. And so my clients, I said from the time of the mediation and afterwards, my clients are willing to accept a number less than that. They're probably not willing to accept Mr. Kelly paying nothing out of his personal funds. But, you know, give me a number. And I've heard nothing. So what are we supposed to do? I'm not going to negotiate it for myself.
Well,
Your Honor, I can.
What I'm going to do right now, since you gentlemen haven't spoken, I'm going to put you in a breakout room. I'm going to let you talk. When you're done talking, you can come back out and we'll resume the hearing.
Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Adang, I'm going to put you back into the waiting room while they're communicating. I'm going to take us off the record.
Thank you.
All right. If you could both, I don't know if you could both hear me, if you could close the meeting room. If you break out of it, Otherwise, it'll close automatically. I set it to assign automatically, and the problem is I forgot it automatically assigns me. You don't want me in there.